Michigan, the sheriff put down his baton and listened to protesters.
We want to be with y'all for real. So I took my helmet off and laid the batons down. I want to make this a parade, not a protest. Come on. You got little ones here, you got dogs, so what's up? So listen, I'm just telling you, these cops love you. That cop over there hugs people, so you tell us what you need to do.
Man, you need more police like this guy. He's the guy. And that's why it was peaceful protest.
That was Genesee County Sheriff Chris Swanson, and he joins me now. Sheriff, I'm sorry, but our time is short, but for the breaking news, you understand what's happening on the streets all over the country. You are being called an inspiration for how you worked with that march and for peaceful, making things peaceful. What was going through your head in that moment?
Well, I'm going to tell you, I couldn't do my part if I didn't have Johnny Franklin, Quan Adams, Jeff Hawkins. They were community leaders in that group that saw that I wanted to hear what they had to say, that we wanted to let them voice their opinion. That's what the frustration is. You need to let the people talk. And when those three brothers stepped up and I gave a big bear hug and I said, "What do you need?" They said, "Walk with us." And that's the change. You got to listen to the people and walk with them.
It's very different, Sheriff, if you let me jump in. It's very different of what we saw today, this sort of militaristic state playing out in Washington, and the president saying he's going to deploy the military here in America to prevent violence. What's your reaction to that? Do you want that in your city?
In Flint, Michigan, we had protesters. We had protesters who remembered the message of George Floyd, just like Mr. Crump said. That's the focus that we had that day. We have been blessed to have community leaders that saw the message, that acted, and has set the tone across the nation. My heart breaks for those cities. You know, you report on New York City that we're being watched by the entire world, and we are one nation, one blood. And I'm going to tell you, it's the protesters who put that voice out that need to be heard. We can't not lose that focus.
There are calls all across the nation for police reform. I'm wondering what that change means, because you mentioned the name George Floyd, Laquan McDaniel, both John, Alton Sterling, and on and on. What does that mean? What does reform mean to you?
Well, 100%. I mean, we have to be held to the highest standard. Law enforcement can stop calling wrongs right. We have to do the right thing. There should be no such thing as a bad cop, because if they're bad, they shouldn't be the police. And we need to root those people out, and that means terminations, that means charges if they do wrong. The public expects more. George Floyd changed American policing, and that's why people want to be talked to. That's why they want to be listened to. And it starts with the police, Don. We have to be the ones who start the conversation, take the initiative, and bring it to the street.
You got an advice? I know that's partial advice. You got an advice for departments around the country looking to improve in the short time we have left?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't give up on the people. No matter what's happening in your city, don't give up. They're the ones that we are to protect and serve. You walk into your communities, you use your power, your influence, your grassroots, your leaders, and you ask them, will you walk with us? Because we want to walk with you. That's what happened in Flint, Michigan.
That's exactly what Sheriff Chris Swanson did. He walked with the protesters, and he understood, and he had a conversation with them, and you met them where they are. And that's what we need. That's what America needs. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you joining us here on CNN.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone, for watching.